In the world of video games, there are games out there that most people hate for just being so difficult. Sometimes I find a game that is said to be really difficult, but I find to be quite easy. One of those games is Top Gun. A lot of reviewers will have you believe that Top Gun on the NES is one of the hardest games on the system, and I honestly don't see why. A lot of people say they can't get past the first level, and how one of the most difficult parts of the game is the infamous landing sequence, which, again, I find to be quite easy. But it's been a while since I played this game. This was one of the first NES games I ever played. So let's take a look at Top Gun and see if it really is, well, that bloody difficult. If you don't know what Top Gun is, well, it's one of the greatest action movies of all time, starring Tom Cruise. This was actually one of the first flight simulator games for Nintendo, and I can say it's actually pretty good. There are some things in it I find quite strange, like how come I can choose between 3 different types of missiles, which each do different types of damage, but honestly, everything in this game takes one hit to kill, so of course you want to pick the missile that has the most, which is the weaker one, supposedly. Here we go, mission 1, training for the next mission. Why not just call it training mission? Alright, made it into the Academy for the Air Force. I cannot wait to do some training. Oh, here's some papers for me what I'm going to do next. What do I have here? I'm already on my first mission, and it's a training mission. Shouldn't have done some training before going my first mission? Oh, we're off? Okay, off I go. The first level will have you flying across the open sky, firing at enemy jets who have a really stupid battle plan. You see, instead of being all strategic and stuff, they follow you from behind and then at some point fly right in front of you, allowing you to shoot them up the arse. I don't know what kind of battle plan this is, but to be honest, it's giving me all the kills, so why do I care? As you can see, half the screen is taken up by what you're actually doing, and the other half is your dashboard. I don't get what this part's all about, but here is my radar, so that's pretty damn useful. The amount of missiles I still have, and for some reason they felt the need to include the name of missile I'm using, and all of this stuff over here, which can't be that important. Can it? For the most part, the game is rather quiet. There aren't many sound effects. All you're really gonna hear is the sound of your jet and, well, enemy jets and yourself firing at each other. I guess they didn't want to add a soundtrack to the game to make it feel more realistic and all, but really I want some awesome kick-ass beats that I can use to help me get into the mood of flying this jet. Tom Cruise style, you know? Speaking of kick-ass beats, did you know that in the movie Top Gun, Danger Zone was played 3 times in the whole movie? And Take My Breath Away was played 4 times. I guess the producers just couldn't afford any more songs after buying off Danger Zone. I mean, as awesome as the song is, it's pretty much where all their money went. So anyway, back to the game. So the first level, you have to take out these jets, and honestly, it doesn't matter how many you hit or kill, because level just ends when it feels like it. All these planes are good for are points, so don't stress, just enjoy the ride. At the end of each level, you'll get to bear witness to the infamous landing sequence. This right here is the cause of childhood anger issues all around the world. Saying that, let's just get into it. Here we go, everybody. It's time to see LTS land the plane in Top Gun. Oh, please don't stuff up now. I know I can do it. Mission 2, which I guess is technically really mission number 1, is difficult as all hell. So again, pick the missiles that you have multiple of instead of just one that has the most damage, because you are really going to need every single one of these bad boys. Because this level, it's hard. You see, don't forget, the first mission was just a training mission. This right here is where it all goes down to shit. This is where it's all at. This right here is the real deal. You cannot stuff up, otherwise you're gonna die. Well, you get to respawn, but that's besides the point. This is a realistic flying simulator game. This level is quite similar to the first one, but instead you are flying closer to the sea where there are enemy aircraft carriers who shoot multiple missiles at once at you, so it's important to pay close attention to your radar and just keep watch of the sky, because if one missile comes too close to you, you're toast. And yeah, as I said, your missiles kill the enemies in one hit. Well, so do the enemy missiles. No, seriously, these missiles are next to impossible to dodge. You just gotta hold that fire button down and just pray that your bullet hits that missile before it hits you. It's possible, But holy golly, yeah, it's pretty damn difficult. And if you thought this right here was just for decoration, you know, the fuel, well, it turns out it's important. When you're close to empty, this bigger plane will show up and you have to try and insert its big hose into your jets and they will fill you right up with fuel. You know what I'm saying. And this part right here is more difficult than the landing sequence. Honestly, it's difficult as all hell. And you're under pressure because you're flying close to empty. You just gotta get that in. I really don't know what's meant to be happening right here. I just don't understand it. But thanks to the power of dumb luck, I've just managed to pull this off multiple times. And yeah, I feel like a true pro. It's probably also worth mentioning that the same nozzle that fills up your jet, you know, with fuel, also gives you missiles. So you're telling me that the missiles and fuel are traveling through the same hose into my jet? That cannot be safe. One landing sequence later and it's off to mission number 3, and no, the game does not get any easier. In this mission right here, you fly closer to land where all the enemies have their bases just scattered all over the place. It is your job and your job alone to take out all these bases, and yeah, these things die easier than everything else in the game. After taking out what I guess is the master base of the desert, there will be a quick scenery change where you get to once again land the plane. How does this even make sense? Mission 4, destroy the enemy space shuttle. Ooh, now this sounds exciting. This mission right here is probably the more unique one as you get to switch between sky, sea and ground warfare. And yeah, I quite like it. It's just full of action. The final boss of the game is the enemy space shuttle, and once you get here, it is time to put your training to the test because the enemy quite literally start to fire everything they have at you. So just keep focusing on the base and hopefully you won't get hit by anything. If you manage to pull it off by some stupid miracle, you'll once again get to land the plane for the final time. And with that, you have completed Top Gun on the NES. Seriously, no congratulations, just press the start key. Well, there you go. I beat Top Gun on the NES. I mean, I don't really feel any accomplishment. The game didn't even say congratulations, you're the true maverick or something. It just said press the start key. So I guess I have to play it again to see the true ending. But what the hell, I'm gonna do that. That game really stressed me out. As fun as it was, I don't want to do that again. I'd rather be a real pilot. That will end well.